welcome to the tavern. My name's Jay. A little bit of Armored Core. We're not gonna go into like many games. Probably like none at all. I want like quick little update on my rabbit here. Actually, I do want to change the head. The head is what throws me off all the time. Like so, the head I often use is like I use this because it most resembles a rabbit head. I say most. I lose what? Actually, I only lose 18 AP. I mean, not AP, stability. What do I actually lose from this? Not a lot. I actually gain not a lot of defenses, except for actually I gain a lot of energy, a lot of explosive. I lose stability. I lose some weight. I gain some energy supply, but realistically, it's not like bad. I'm actually gonna because at this point the head is just literally fashion, and like again I change up chest parts. A lot of the chest parts I change for like let's say weight. Yeah, it's like weight because I either use like the Knockshire for some speed, or I use the Fermeza or the Alba. I'm using the Meander, but it's like I can easily just go like I keep pressing like another button, but it's like what I can easily do is I can easily go Alba for like a little bit of speed and recharge, which is actually fine. I could go Knockshire for like again max speed and keep my weight very well under whatever. But again, I'm gonna be losing like stats realistically, a lot of it. So I think the Meander here is gonna be great. So let's go over the build. We'll start off with like the frame, right? So we have again the ephemeral head. You just saw me change into that. The Meander C3. It's good for like lightweight builds such as this. Not high AP. The stats are like whatever. So like AP is only 8800. All the defenses are like near the 1100 marks. The AP is a solid 1500, like almost 1550. Attitude recovery is like 113. Tracking's 96, not that bad. I think the max is like 104, so I'm really only down by like 8 tracking, which is great. The speed, boost speed, reload time, and energy consumption are all like within like optimal range. The lowest I can get is like 0.3, but the thing is, I don't want a quick boost. That's one thing I've noticed. I don't want a quick boost as much unless I'm trying to catch a target. So we also have the VP46D. To go over this a little bit, the arm load limit doesn't matter. Only realistically, it's like it'll stop maybe 2 guns from being on the arms, but that's about it. It's mostly here for the recoil, firearm specialization, and melee specialization. Kind of like recoil, I don't care too much about, right? But I do care about the firearm and the melee, and it's like I think the second best in terms of like melee and third best in terms of firearm, only off by like 3 points for the second best, which is not bad. Like if I look for the second best, which is like the alpha, the Alba only has what 130 more AP. Is that 11 or is that 9? That's 9. 9 more kinetic defense. 15 more explosive, but then it loses 25 to energy, and it only has while it weighs less, which is the thing, right? It weighs less, but it only gives me like a single point in tracking, and it kind of loses me everywhere else while giving me some defenses, but like the defenses are kind of like negligible. The AP is also like negligible. So, but I lose like the melee specialization. If I didn't have a melee weapon, I would not have cared. but I usually swap between both a dagger and a chainsaw. So that 17 for the dagger might not seem like a lot, but that 117 really does something. Now, I wish they had more arms above. Let's say like, cause like the basho is the if we go like melee, what is it? Melee specialization. It's basho, and then the VP46D. This is a large gap between first and second, and then the gap is like so much less. Like the tool arm here being at a solid 100, which is like it's pretty much just like there is no change. You're doing whatever damage you're doing. Whatever damage is like listed is what you're doing, plus like 15% from OS tuning. Then we go up 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 17, 58. 58 giving, I want to say like a little bit above 25% more damage. Something like that. So we're rocking that. Kasaur legs. If you're watching this video and you're very well versed in this game specifically, I will say this. Kasaur legs, the worst legs you can pick. Reason why I say the worst legs, coming from me, I use Kasaurs way too much. To the point where if I were to get off Kasaurs, if I were to pick something else, I would do phenomenal. I've been piloting these legs for as long as I found them. Like my stability is probably like I could make my stability lower, but realistically, nearly everything in the game can just knock me over. A gentle breeze will knock me on my ass. So, that being said, I love these legs. I like them. Do I think they need a buff? Yes. Why? Because again, as I said, the weakest legs in terms of everything. The lowest load limit, the lowest AP aside from jailbreak, the lowest kinetic defense. I think the fifth lowest if I could go down the line. Like in terms of weight, like they weigh a lot. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 other leg parts. Mind you, these are all bipedals that are lighter than this. And it starts off 300 lighter, 500, almost like 1,100. Like, I want to say 3,000. No, 2,000. Or 1,800. Like, yeah, 1,800. 2,700. Almost 3,000. Wait, is that 3,000? Yeah, 3,800. This would be like exact 5,000. And then this is like 6,000. And then the Fermezza, which is like the lightest legs, at like 8,000 less. Which, that's actually pretty funny to me. I will have to see, like, I'll probably like test it out later. But yeah, like they weigh a lot compared to like everything else. But like, again, like the lowest load limit. We'll go back to default here. So, Kasaur legs. And I've been making this. It might not seem like it in a lot of my fights. It seems like I don't make it work. But it's like you have to put so much more work into these legs, into this build, to make it work. You've probably seen like a lot of my my videos, or not, but some of my videos. I don't put a lot where you see me take this build out on test runs, I enjoy this build. I might actually do one build. So that's the frame. The inner parts, the booster, I went to Grid Walkers because I was using a Lula before. Switched over to Grid Walker and said, do I really need speed? And in fact, how much speed would I actually need? So I went Grid Walker and instead sacrifice speed and kind of like thought to myself, right? A little thought process. How much speed do I need? And do I need the max amount of speed? Because I would max my speed around like 370, around that number. And then I lost like 20 speed and saw almost no difference. So there's that. Ocellus. This is the FCS I use. I don't use missiles, so I don't care. Two of my weapons are very close range with like an ideal range of like 105, 106. And with an effective range of around 200. But because I'm going to be in close range for the longest time, this is the FCS for me. Generator is the Ming Tang, which could then be like swapped out for, let's say, the Hokushi. I don't have to set up. Again, could be swapped out for the Hokushi to lose about like 2 speed overall, but the energy recharge delay, that's what bothers me. But I've been making this one generator work, right? I can also go EN efficiency and like maybe one second later I immediately get all my energy back. But this has been working out for me so far. Switched over to assault armor. Terminal armor was fine. It was like workable. But I found myself in a situation where it's like, if they popped a pulse armor, or if they did enough damage to me where my terminal armor was popped and they still have like pulse armor, I'm losing, hands down. And with terminal armor, they combo me. They see I have terminal. They see they can get like a free, either a free stagger or free damage, or both. And so I get punished that way. So this way, they pop pulse, I pop assault, I catch them back again. They pop their assault to try to like break away. I'll pop my assault. Boom, back in the same boat. And then as for the weapons. The weapons I have are the Viento, the Asujin, the Huxley, and the VP67LD, the laser dagger. I've had trouble figuring out what weapons to use for this build for the longest time. I've settled on these weapons because, one, for both my hand weapons, I wanted them to be like different weapons. At first they were the same weapons. Then I said, let me switch up the weapon types and go for like a burst style weapon and like a single shot weapon. Something that like does constant stagger damage and chip damage, and then one that does like single point stagger damage. And I have them in these arms specifically because when I switch out, I want to switch out. I might switch it again to see how it feels. But I want to keep the single target, like the single fire gun, in the hand, because the stagger, the stagger, the impact, is higher. Or like it's not necessarily higher, but when it hits, all the impact is hitting at once instead of waiting for 4 shots, where 4 shots might miss like all of them or none of them, and everything in between. The Huxley is there to provide more stagger. The laser dagger is a punish, and if I'm feeling ballsy, I'll go for like a raw charged dagger. Wow, a raw charged dagger slash, and use that as like a mini stagger and a bit of an opening. So the entire process is, and we can easily just go into like, just test out the build a little bit. But the main thing is, and this is like something I've come to today, the entire build is like, in terms of like how it feels fine, because it's like boom, 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 get the Huxley up, change the dagger, slash, 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 go for a kick, and then maybe another set of slashes. So like all of that going around, and we're also doing. Sorry about that. Neighbors upstairs. They don't like that I record videos at night. So, is what it is. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know how long I need to go. We have like thin roofs up top. And it's whatever. But yeah, this is my build. This is this is what I'm thinking of. Again, sorry if it's slow, if you can't hear me. But yeah, do tell me what you think about the build. Because I like it. I'm practicing. I'm not even that loud. I don't know how low I need to go. I really don't. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Sorry I can't show you gameplay. Maybe another time. That being said, get the fuck out. The tavern is now closed. I shall see you all later.